G'day and welcome to A Life That Travels. I'm Rob Malicki, and today I'm on the Gold Coast at Griffith University's Gold Coast campus. It's a gorgeous day, as you can see, and what we're going to do is walk around, have a look around this place and talk about what it's all about, not just the Gold Coast campus but Griffith University in general. I've been working in and around higher education for like 20 years, and I really feel that some universities are on the rise, some universities are on the fall. Griffith? I feel it's like a university that's on the rise. We're going to talk about why, look at what goes into this place, hopefully talk to a few students about what it's like to study here. And by the end of this video, you should have a much better idea about whether or not Griffith is the place for you. What are we waiting for? Let's get started. The university was founded in 1971, so it makes it one of the younger universities in Australia. It now has 5 separate campuses. This one in the Gold Coast. Up in Brisbane, you've got Nathan campus and Mount Gravatt, which are basically side by side, just separated by the freeway. And they've actually got this lovely kind of bushy field, just like this, which is super nice. Logan, which is somewhere between the Gold Coast and Brisbane itself, and then South Bank, right in the middle of Brisbane itself, where you've got the Conservatorium of Music. So definitely a wide range of campuses and opportunities to study. Griffith teaches tons of different disciplines, so you should be able to find something that interests you amongst all the courses that they teach. I remember the first time I came to Griffith, well over 10 years ago, and God, it's changed a lot since then. Like, you've got tons of new buildings that have been put up. You've got the brand new Gold Coast University Hospital just over there. And in general, the university is really invested in infrastructure, both for students as well as research. And as a result, it's actually done pretty well in terms of moving up the rankings. Well, only a few short years ago, the only way that you could really get to Griffith Gold Coast was basically like that, in a car. Transport connections were hard. But that has all changed with the new tram, which runs from all the way down at Surfers Paradise, up the Gold Coast, and then connects at Helensvale, where you've got mainline trains that run all the way to Brisbane. So now the game has completely changed. Public transport to get here is much, much easier than ever before. And I even found that parking this time was easier than I've ever experienced it before. So the uni's certainly done a good job in terms of making the campus more accessible. All right, so I've literally visited every university in the entire country, and I have never seen a selection of pastries like this. Like, what the hell is this? We've got cronuts with holes in them, and like, oh. There goes my diet. While we're talking about coffee, a colleague who works here will absolutely swears that this is, Providore is the best coffee on campus. Up for debate, as always, but I can vouch for the fact this is a good brew. Well, let's talk about rankings. So I know for some of you guys, rankings is important, and Griffith University generally ranks around 250th to 300th in the world, which is a pretty good result. Puts in the top couple of percent of institutions globally, and is very well known for turning out some excellent research across a whole range of different disciplines. So a lot of applied research going on here that's really right up to date. Domestically, it's typically ranks around the mid-teens, so there's 40 Australian universities, and Griffith ranks right around the mid-teens. But as always, like, rankings, it's like such a coarse measure. It's like, it's so broad. What you really need to think about if you're going to look at rankings is, how does the institution perform in the specific discipline that you want to study in? So, a university might have an amazing ranking overall, but in the discipline that you want to study, maybe it's terrible. And the converse can also be true. Universities that maybe don't rank right up the top may, in the discipline that you want to study, actually rank incredibly well, have like world-class researchers, world-class teachers, and super high student satisfaction. So always look into the detail of the rankings. And the way to do that is to check out the Quality Indicators of Learning and Teaching website, which is put together by the Australian government. I'll drop the URL right here. The Quilt website basically collects data from all the students studying at different Australian universities, looks at their student satisfaction, their job of success afterwards, and basically gives you an opportunity to dive into the detail, discipline area by discipline area, and compare universities. So absolutely check out the Quilt website if you're interested in rankings. At time of filming, Griffith University is still under the age of 50, and if you look at how it ranks compared to other young universities and some of the global young university rankings, one of those rankings actually has it inside the top 50 young universities in the world, and the other one has it inside the top 100. So once again, it's something that for an institution that's pretty young, it's made a lot of progress and has done really, really well. I've always loved coming here. I think it's an institution that's going places. I really love the vibe on campus here. It's quite a bushland campus actually, very much like the other Griffith campuses. So heaps of trees. It's quiet and clean, but at the same time you've got some really brand spanking new buildings, modern architecture. So it's a campus that really has a little bit for everyone, which I think is awesome. And it's got a really nice student feel to it as well. Very relaxed. Obviously it helps when the sun's shining and it's nice and warm. But you've got people who are chilling outside and studying, working in groups, as well as like the study side of things here is really solid as well. So I think it's a really great place to come and study for sure. And of course, Gold Coast. I mean, plenty of upsides to the Gold Coast if you like that kind of beachside atmosphere. It's definitely one of the key selling points for Griffith's Gold Coast campus for international students, because you want an Australian experience on the beach, Gold Coast is pretty good. Do you have any questions or comments, things that you'd like to know? Have you studied at Griffith? Pop them in the comments below and I will get back to you. First time interviewing 4 people at once, thank you. Guys, this is Tanika, Olivia, Sophie and Brad. How are you guys?
Good.
Awesome. All right, this is going to be a little bit awkward, isn't it? How about we start with you guys and then you two and then we'll go over here. Tanika and Sophie, what do you guys study?
I'm doing social work.
Awesome.
I study psychology.
Nice. What's it like to study here?
Pretty good. I'm only in my 2nd year, but
Okay.
It's going pretty well.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy it. I'm in my 3rd year now, and it's close to home, and all my friends go here.
Yeah.
What's the vibe like on campus? I mean, I came here 10 years ago and like traffic was shitty and the hospital wasn't there, and it seems like it's changed a lot and they've spent a lot of time like trying to make the student experience better.
Yeah, I
Yes,
don't
no.
really get involved as much.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't get involved in anything. Someone
I
asked
come
me.
here, go to classes, and then I go home,
Yeah,
which is also a
I'm the
good
same.
thing, because you can just show up, do what you need to do, go to the library, and then
And get out of here.
get
Yeah.
out of here.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Is it good? Like, do you find like level of teaching is good and the people you guys talk to, people are pretty happy with their classes and stuff like that?
Yeah, generally people are pretty
think-
happy.
yeah.
Depends on the course too, though.
Yeah, a lot of my courses is now sort of starting to like, you have to watch the lectures online, so that's probably the only downfall. Like, it's a lot better going in and being able to like sit in front of a lecturer. So a lot of them, I feel like as the years go on, a lot of them just go online and they get a little bit lazy.
Yeah, right.
But
Yeah.
other than that, pretty
Interesting. Is there something that surprised you? You know, something that you're expecting or not expecting?
good.
Oh, so I was kind of expecting for uni, I was expecting like the American like type uni thing where you're
Yeah.
like really involved and like heaps of groups and stuff like that. But because like we went to school here, well, I just didn't get involved because I already had friends on the
Yeah.
Gold Coast. So
Right.
like I expected all that, but I mean, I'm just not that social with uni.
Yeah, I'm the same. Rather just do my stuff.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you kind of were expecting or weren't expecting that kind of turned out to be true or untrue?
I think what I heard in school about Griffith was like, it was like the public school
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
of,
yeah.
of
Okay.
Yeah,
uni, and
yeah.
I disagree with that.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't, like, the teaching is up to a good standard, and like everyone's just super friendly, and I feel like that's probably wasn't true. Like, everyone sort of had all this like, oh, if you go to Griffith then, but we went to a private school, so that was probably a lot of kids
with
were
ya.
like, oh, we're gonna go
Go to Bond.
Bond.
Yeah.
And like, it's just, they do the exact same workload
Yeah.
as us. They just speed it up and they have to pay like 3 times more. So
Yeah.
I'm
True.
definitely
Lots of
happy that we didn't listen to that and came here, because
Yeah, because even in school, I remember some people would be like, oh, I don't want to go to Griffith because like people who I'm better than at school are going to Griffith. I should be going to somewhere better, like Bond or UQ or QUT or something like that.
But I feel like it's
still good.
It's still really good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Still get a degree.
Exactly was. Sophie and Brad, what do you guys do?
I study counselling.
And I also study counselling.
Oh, nice. So that's quite different. How do you guys all know each other then?
Most of high school.
Sweet. So that's kind of cool that you actually come in with like your own kind of network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find, having been here, that tends to be the case? Like a lot of people come straight out of school and have a group of friends here?
I feel like yes and no. Like I've still like made friends with people within like my degree and classes and stuff like that, but they're just not as close. Like they're more like uni friends.
Yeah.
So like I see them at uni.
Yeah.
And then I see both other friends outside.
Yeah, I feel like people go either way. They either stick with the school friends that they made, or they completely distance themselves and go with a different group.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't realise, but coming to Griffith, there's a lot of mature age students. And I feel like in especially group sort of assignments, we've sort of managed to be with them a little bit more, and I feel like it's been a bit of a bonus because they've got so much more experience, because a lot of people actually they've had their own jobs before, they've actually had a career. This is their sort of second chance in a way to sort of start something new.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's been what's probably cool, just learning from people and sort of again like coming with our friends, and then also having the opportunity to sort of
Meet other people.
Yeah, meet new people.
So that obviously was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
What about for you guys? Like, was there anything that you'd kind of heard before coming here that kind of made you go, oh wow, that was completely untrue, or something that you just weren't expecting at all?
Not really. Like for me, I was kind of just like, I hadn't really considered other universities, so I wasn't like, because I lived on the Gold Coast, I was like, oh, I'm just going to go to Griffith. And I also know like people that have previously done this course and they enjoyed it, so I was like, oh, okay, like I'll do that. And so yeah, nothing really shocked me. It was more just the like mature age students and the fact like getting on with them and like being involved with them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In respect to you guys, like most important freaking course I reckon to go in and do the council. The world needs heaps more people like you, 100%. So outside of like class, are you guys involved in anything, or are you also like kind of come in and get your stuff done and get out? Are you in any clubs or anything like that?
No, I kind of just come and socialise.
Do you know just generally then, like, is there a lot of that kind of stuff available for students?
Yeah.
There's honestly usually it's Thursday today, but usually Wednesdays there's market day sort of thing, and there's heaps of opportunity. It's just more if you have the time. Like I would so get involved in as many things as possible, but like whether it's a sport, whether it's an academic sort of club, there's so many opportunities.
And even just volunteering, like you get so many like emails about the student guild and like joining and participating in things like that, and events that they throw. So they do like really try to advertise it, put it out there. But yeah,
awesome. There are heaps of extracurricular options here for students. Obviously tons of clubs and societies available through the guild, and one of the most impressive initiatives, which is actually one of my favourite in all of Australia, is called the Griffith Honours College. So if you're a high achieving student, you've got amazing marks, you can actually get into this specialised program called the Honours College, and that opens up a world of opportunities for you, both domestically and internationally. Chances to like intern, do study programs. It is really like one of Australia's best high achiever programs, the Griffith Honours College. I can't speak highly enough of it. Outside of that, the university has also spent plenty of time developing its international study programs. So if you want to go and do an exchange, a study tour, other sorts of international study programs to fill out your resume with some extra stuff, Griffith has got a ton of different options for you. The institution a number of years ago also started focusing really heavily on developing its Asia expertise, and as a result it's one of the leading universities in the country in terms of its expertise on the region, and that's also reflected in the overseas study opportunities that you have plenty of chances to go up to the Asia Pacific to see what that's all about, whether it's on like a long-term program or a short-term program. Full suite of undergraduate and postgraduate programs available at Griffith University. Amongst the sort of like 45 to 50,000 students It is a little bit more heavier on the undergraduate side, so about 36,000 students and 10,000 odd postgrads now. And in terms of the disciplines that you can study here, it's really varied. So arts, education and law. The Griffith Business School is very well reputed as well, and a full suite of business disciplines are available, everything from like accounting and finance through to marketing, tourism, sport, hotel management. Government and international relations, very well reputed here. Then we go into like the health disciplines, and Griffith does have like a very wide range of health subjects available on offer. Everything like from medicine through to your allied health sciences, physio, dentistry, social work, nursing and midwifery of course, and pharmacy. So all of the health disciplines are available here. And then science of course, and you've got like your hard sciences, engineering, built environment, and then the soft sciences, environmental sciences and traditional sciences, not to mention IT and communication. So literally, I haven't even talked about languages, humanities, linguistics, the law school, Queensland College of Art, film school. The film school is actually absolutely fantastic. So the thing that's incredible about this institution is that there is just such a diversity of subjects available. Hey, if you find this video useful, helpful in any way, please hit the like button, please subscribe. That really helps me to keep creating these unbiased videos for you, just to work out if this place is right for you or not. So much has changed in this area in recent times. Not only is there the tram down there, but all of this accommodation is new. It never used to be that way. It used to not be such an easy place to come and live. Now there's heaps of student accommodation here. It's really convenient. And because you do have access to that mainline train and the tram taking you down the Gold Coast, so easy to find somewhere great to live and to get here as well. Well, I've had an absolutely fantastic time walking around Griffith University. This university has genuinely made so much progress in terms of almost everything. Its buildings, its degree programs, its research, its infrastructure, and it's created this incredible place for students to come and study. Gold Coast, it's looking amazing. It's obviously accessible to a beautiful part of the world, not too far to get up to Brisbane as well. So plenty of opportunities here for you. I think if you came to Griffith, you could be very happy indeed. Whatever you're getting up to today, I hope it's a good one, and I will see you next time on A Life That Travels. See you later.